नमस्कार दोस्तों. Today we are going to know about the basics of pointers, what is pointers, how to declare and initialize a pointer using address and ampersand and dereferencing of the pointers. Many more questions is there. So first we know that what is pointer. So a pointer is a variable that stores the address of another variable. So here we initialize the variable and here we store the address of the variable. This way we initialize the pointer and here we store the address of this variable. And how we declared and initialize a pointer? So same way here we first initialize a variable, then here we initialize a pointer. So first writing a pointer, we just point out int star p int ampersand a. So this is the integer pointer. Uh, First we have to put on the what kind of pointer you are going to initialize, like integer, character, and bool, any kind of pointer you can initialize it. And now same way is the character pointer. So there you is define the character and character is also have the here initialize the character. So when you initialize the integer pointer, it stores the integer uh, level of the memory. As like integer is the 4 bit, so it stores the 4 bit of the memory. And if you initialize the character, so character is the 1 byte. So if character is 1 byte, so character pointer also store a 1 byte of the memory. Same way, if you initialize the float variable and float pointer as like a float f equal to 20. So in the float variable, if we I initialize the float pointer, so in float pointer store a float level of the uh, address. Sorry, float of the memory of the float type. So this is the initialization of the float pointer. Okay, so if we check the size of the integer pointer, character pointer and float pointer, so all the size is different. As I just show you how we can check the size of the uh, pointer variable. So size of star p. It's not, we are not reference, we just not put on the p. So one is the one pointer is p, one pointer is cp, and one pointer is f. Okay, so we have to put star ptr because it's differencing. So its value it's come. So size of value here come. But why here getting error? No operator match this operand. Why it is coming like that? Star pcp float pointer float ptr. Hmm. Just wait, just I run the code. What kind of error he gets? Oh, that much error is getting. Size of ptr. How I can get size of. Okay, I asked to the chat GTP how we can fix the code. So stdc out size of object, same way as writing stdc out size of p, cp and floating point. So why our code is giving errors? I don't able I am not able to understand. Mm, yeah, now it's done. Why previously is getting error? Guys, yesterday see out. Oh my God. Here we have to put yesterday Indel. Sorry, Indel is the last digit. That's the reason he's getting. Now it's fine. Now it will work. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Here two times I have put it. Here you see that address here 414. So size of the integer is 4, size of the character is 1 byte and size of the float is 4 byte. That's why here 414 is put it. If I go in more good way, so you can see it more good way. Here you can see size of the size of object pointer is speech 4 because it is integer, and size of object pointed by the character pointer is 1, and size of the float is pointed by the 4. If I put it on the long, okay, yellow ng long, it will be going to be 8 byte. Here is not print 4 byte, here is going to be print 8 byte because its size is long is 8 byte. So when I do things and a, okay, why it is getting error cannot override integer to long int? Because its integer is the 4 byte. So it's like but it's have to work, but in I don't think because we have to, if I also put long int just f now. So let's it's work first. Here you can see size of the object pointed by P is 8 and size of the object pointed by CP in the character pointer is 1, size of the object float pointer is 4. So what happening is like when you initializing the integer value. So you have to hold its value on the integer only, not in the other value. Otherwise you have to do a casting. So in the casting side, we have to make it in C++ static cast. So static cast when we do, so what we can do, some library we have to use, we will see these things on later on. We move forward to next one. So here we initialize a variable x and here is the we initialize the variable of uh, address of the x. So here we what he can print the address of the x where the value of the 10 is stored, that is present on the ampersand x. Okay, and here is the p P is the address of the pointer, which address of the pointer is stored. And now is the star P is the dereferencing of the pointer. Dereferencing means you whatever the pointer holds, you have to print the value. So it will print you the value. So here what we have print, here we have print the address of the x, and here we print the address of the pointer, and here we print the value of the P. If I write one more letter, so here we print uh, value of x. This is the C type of the printing things, but when we use the C++, we do not need to do all the stuff. Okay, so now here we print the address of the x, and here we print the value of the x. Here we print the address of the pointer. Here we print the value of the pointer. So just I run the program. Here you see address is to on sorry, not here, here, yeah, here. Address of the x, first we what we have printed, first we printed the address of the x, so address of the x is printed, then we printed a value of the x, and after we printed address of the pointer. Okay, and after that we printed the address of the sorry, dereference the pointer, value of the pointer. So you see that the address of the x and address of the pointer which store the 10 value, both are the same. Okay. So if we want to print the pointer address, so pointer address will be different. Just wait, I print the pointer address. Oh, 1 minute. Pointer address, what we have to print? We have to print the ampersand. So here you are able to see the value of the pointer address. So here pointer address. So pointer address is you see like different because P has own address. So own address is different, but the address of the pointer which stores the 10 value and address of the x both are the same, and value of the 10, and then when we difference the pointer, so it will also come on the 10. Okay, now one more concept is there like a wild pointer. So when you create a wild pointer that has the no return type, because everyone know void have no return type, so it will return nothing. So in the void pointer when we are dereferencing it, so we have to put the typecasting. So this is the integer pointer typecasting I have done. So this is the integer pointer typecasting, so it will be print the value of the address of the pointer, and here is print the value of the pointer. So when you see that void pointer address is here, which stores the value number address, basically it's a number address as well as this where the 20 is stored. So this address is there, and here is the dereferencing. So for dereferencing it we have to put the star sign. If I remove this one, just we will check what will happen when I remove these things. Oh, what happened? Uh, okay, so I remove this one. So it's print the address, okay, but when we don't when we are going to dereference it, as like I remove this one. So, or no, sorry. So when I directly dereference it, not put the typecasting here. As like normal here we have dereferenced it, no typecasting is there, nothing is there. So you are able to see that here what we are getting error. So that's the reason we have to dereference, when we want to dereference it, we have to put the dereferencing pointer. As like I have put it on the integer pointer, and this is the reference things. So this is the integer pointer, whereas like void pointer we have defined. So same way if we convert void into the integer. After void into the integer, then we are dereference it. So that's the this ampersand sign will strict sign will be put it here. So now here it will get error. But after when you are putting on the only know the address of it, it will work. Because address have the no typecasting. So that's the reason it will work. So when I again run it. So here you see that here the address is printed and here the dereferencing is there. So this is the some initialization of the pointer, how we will initialize normal variable pointer. So that things I think we are able to understand. After that we move to the next question. What is the null pointer? So in the null pointer, what we have to, we initialize as a pointer. So when we don't have any address to initialize it, that time we will initialize the as a null. In the C we initialize as null. In the C++, we initialize as a null pointer, as like int star float equal to null ptr. So this is the kind of style, and this is the C++ kind of style. So when it is null, so it will not print anything, because null, okay, null holds a value 0. So ptr also holds a value 0. So both are equal, so it will be print. Oh, sorry. Float star ptr float. So as the PTR holds the value 0 and null equal to 0, so it will be going to be true, because it's a comparison sign, so it will be print pointer is null. Same way we also do that as of null pointer. So here PTR float I have put float, and here I put null PTR. But I think null, just we check null have the 0 value or not. It will work or not work. PTR. In the null PTR, now we run the program. Yeah, you can see that both the comparison operator is there. So null PTR, null is also printed and null is also printed. If we want to dereference the null PTR, so that what kind of error we will get, just we have to check. Cout null value null PTR value. Null PTR. I don't just we have to check what kind of value it will print, and one more we have to do. as like we have to check what is the inside null, as like when we reference the ptr star ptr and star ptr float. Okay, so here we difference it and ptr ptr float. Now within the program, oh long and what is the, okay, you see that here what if we are printing the directly null, what he has given, he has the given the error. Okay, just we comment it out and again run the program. Okay, so pointer is null value, रहने दीजिए, ओके उधर लगा दीजिए। So here null ptr val null ptr val is equal to null ptr. Here you are able to see that. But when we are trying to print the null value, so it will be given the error. Here is you see that point pointer is null val is equal to null ptr. It's printed the same. When you print the null ptr value, null ptr value is 0. But when you printing the ptr float, what here the ptr float is there. So when you printing the ptr float, it will not print. Why it is not print? Because it's have gone through the garbage collector. Not garbage collector, you can say here. It like it automatically handle why when you are the printing the null ptr, it will be not print anything. But it has to be at least print the null ptr float val. Float value. Why it is not printing? I think it will be, just check it once more time. Null ptr val. Okay, actually null ptr val is corrupting the memory. That's the reason it is not reached here. When you try to print the null ptr, it will corrupt the memory. Now you see that the null ptr is printing. That's the difference between C++ and C. Because when you try to print the null ptr, it will be corrupt the memory. That's the reason this one null ptr float value is not printing. But now it is printing. So that's the reason we have to more care about the null ptr in when we are using the uh, C language, or also when we are using the C++ is the null. So this kind of error will become, but it will be overcome in C++. So null ptr is the concept of C++. Okay, now it's completed. Now we move to the next concept. What is the wild pointer? So wild pointer is basically when you are not initializing anything. As like here you dereference the pointer and you are just trying to you initialize the pointer and does not initialize any address of that pointer, and you want to print the value or dereference the pointer. So that time it will be corrupt the memory. So if I now run the program, it will run but print nothing because nothing in initialize. But when I comment it out for this one, so just you see what will happen. You see that this will also corrupt the memory. That's the time is taking. It's run the program, but it's very dangerous. As like if I put it see out hello Ambuj study India. Now let's try it will print or it will corrupt. It's not give the compiler error. You also seen it is not giving the compilation error, but it will be corrupt the memory and it not going to be print anything. You see nothing is printed. But when we have go put it on upside, so it will be going to print. Just once more try. You see that hello Ambush Singh Kushwaha is printed, but here the next one after dereferencing it will not print it. If I comment it out, then it will again print. At that time it will be hello Ambuj is also printed. Let's try once more. Yeah, you see that both the things are printed. So this is called the wild pointer. When we don't initialize the pointer, but we are trying to dereference it. That is called wild pointer. And now the next pointer we are going to, which is dangling pointer. So what is dangling pointer? A pointer to memory that has been freed or it's out of scope. As like when you initialize the pointer, as like here you is the local variable, okay? Is the local variable and you return the value. So it will be goes out of scope returning because it's the local variable. So that time you are not able to access this address, X address. So that's the and you are not able to free the memory. How you can free the memory? Because at the time stack is called, it will be like x scope is gone after the calling this address execution of this uh, function. So that time dangling pointer will be occur. So this is also a dangerous as like a same concept I have used here. I also used here. Just first we want to print normal. This after that we want to print the downside after the initializing the dereferencing the pointer. So just we run. Here you see that here what he is saying he is giving the compilation error. Why it is giving the compilation error? Because you are returning the address of the local variable. So it is not allowed. That's why it is also giving the compilation time of error. You see that the kind is not a error, it is kind of warning is there. Return as goes out of scope, not declared here. Why it is giving the warning? Because we are using the C++ compiler. If we use the C compiler, it will be not give the warning also. You see here Ambuj Singh Kushwaha and Hello Ambuj. Both things are printed. Why printed? Because we as of now we are not dereference the pointer. Because it says a pointer, it's hold a pointer value and it's give the 10 of the value of the 10. So here is the function is called, but when we are going to dereference it for this pointer, this pointer address value of 10, we are trying to hold it. So that time you can see it will hello ambush will not print at the compile time because it's corrupt the memory, because here we are trying to dereference it. You see that the hello ambush Swaha is only printed, no hello ambush is printed. So this is called the dangling pointer. Dangling pointer will occur when we are trying to return the local variable or like something which we are not able to free the memory of that pointer. It's like you are not given access to the free the memory on this ex and you're just returning the address. So that time dangling pointer will be occur. So this is the another pointer concept. Now we move to the next pointer concept, which is the how to print the address and value of the variable using a pointer. So as like x equal to we have defining the 20 and here is same way we initialize the pointer variable. Here is the initialization of variable, here is the initialization of pointer, and you just print the value of the p, so it will print the address of the x basically, and if you give the star ptr it will be the print the value of the 20 basically x value. So we just run and check. So here we check, you see the address of the P, this X value is the printed. When we print the only P, so it will give the address of the X value, which is the X is holds. And where we print the star PTR, it will be called dereferencing. Dereferencing print the value of the PTR. So here if we want to print the X address, it's also print the same as this one. So and X we have printed. Yeah, address of X is already written. So it will give the same value, same address of the memory. Yeah, you can see the same address of the memory. This P and M percentage, yes, both are giving. But when you are going to print it, it will be dereference the pointer, it will give the value of 20. So this is the how we print the address and how we dereference the pointer. This is the concept. And next concept is going to be what is the state size of the pointer. As I told you the initial stage, how we calculate the size of the pointer. As you see that the here size integer pointer, here is the double pointer, here is the character pointer. And one more add long pointer. Long int star long long ptr. Okay, so here you can see the size of the PTR. How the size of the PTR change if when you initialize it. Oh, sorry. Okay, size of the long int pointer. Long int is there. So just we run the program. Yeah, you can see the size of integer pointer is 8. Size of the double pointer is 8. Size of the character pointer is also 8. Size of the long int pointer is 8. It's something awkward. It is not have to do like that. ZU size of the const character. It will give the ZU. What is mean by ZU? Okay, just I check the percentage D with why it is behaving like that. Oh, integer pointer, it's giving the same memory of the address. If I initialize the integer here, then we can check integer star ptr equal to 10. x equal to 10, then here we put it initialize is equal to and x. Then let's see what will be the value is come here. Okay, it is still coming 8. So it's like when you initialize, but it is like not a good way to do. Okay, I just use the C compile C plus plus C out. Then we check. Okay. Hmm. Just I have to check because previously we checked now when we have to giving 415 something. Size of the pointer is 8 only. Why it is coming like that? Okay, we again go to the upside and again check this one. Size of the PCP for PTR. Okay, why it is coming? Because is the we have dereference it. So what is the value of x and y we have there we are seeing? You see that star we have put it. But here what we are trying to achieve? We are trying to achieve the address of the pointer. So address of the pointer is same. Sorry for the inconvenience. So address of the pointer is always same. As like here the address is. So address of the is like when we put here star PTR because it we are not able to dereference it. So that's the reason. Okay, just we try. Here we are able to put it star or not. Just try once. I think we are not able to find the. Yeah, you can see that size of the pointer is 4 because it holds the integer value. But pointer size is same for all the cases. Pointer size is typically 4 byte on 30-bit system and 8 byte on the 64-bit. So we are using the 64-bit, so that's why 8 byte is the coming to the these things. Okay, you understood? So previously we have read the wrong concepts. So these things we have to take care it. The size of the pointer is same if we initialize integer, double character, anything. But when we initialize the value of the pointer, that will be changed. As like when we initialize the value of the integer, float, character, so that will be different size. As like when we I used in the character, so here the character size is only 1 byte. You are able to see that because we initialize the what is the size of value, but if we see the size of the pointer, it will be like the only 8 byte. So this is the size of the pointer we can say. And after that, next, how to perform pointer arithmetics. So in pointer, we also able to perform the arithmetics like plus, plus, minus, minus, plus, minus. So here we are initializing the array of 3 and it will be go in the initialize the array pointer of array. So this pointer is basically when we initialize the pointer through array. So it is the constant pointer. So constant pointer means you can't able to change anything on the array size. As like if you want to change the array 20's value, so you can't able to change using this pointer. You have to be changed using the only array pointer. But you are perform the iteration as like next value if p equal to p plus 1. So p plus 1 what you can give? Okay, just go one by one. So here we initialize the array and after the print star ptr. So when we print the star ptr, it will be holds the first value. But when we print the p plus 1, so p plus 1 what you give the 20. But if you want to star p equal to star p plus 1, so it will be give you 21. So this will not allow. And when you print the star p star p and print move to the next p plus plus is 20 and p plus 1 is 30, and if you go to the print p minus minus, so it will be print the 20 again, it will be go downside. But one more thing, as like you put it the p minus minus, but when you put it the minus minus p, so let's see what will be without minus minus p, it's have to print the 10. Okay, so let's see it will print 10 or not 10. What kind of things it will input is output it given, it's giving the proper or not. Yeah, it's doing the proper, it means plus plus minus minus and minus plus both the operator will work here. If again I just print the value p plus plus, no sorry, plus plus p, so when we print the plus plus p, it has to print the 30 here, so here it has to be print the 30. uh, So you see that here is the only 20 is printing. So 10 is here. Okay, 10 printed here. But here plus plus if I put it. So here what is the p-value holds? It holds the 20. So when again I want to print, it has to be print the 30. But it is printed only 20. As like when I print, now it's p plus plus when we do. When we plus plus we do, that time is 20 is fine because it holds the same value. Oh, so what is the problem? Actually, here is the some problem is there. Yeah. So now I run. Oh my God. Here you see that they are back to 20. If again I just tell you, just I want to plus plus 2 times, okay? Plus plus here again is printing the 20, but again I want to see it will print the 30 or not. So plus plus operator we have given. Let's see here 30 will print or not. It will work out or not. Yeah, here is printed 30, okay. Here is printed 30, but why it is not printed? Actually, minus minus we have put it. That's the reason. Because when you put it the minus minus, it will be printed on the 20 to 10. So 10 is the value. So when you put it plus plus p, so you just here printing only. That is the 20. And when plus plus 20, that is the 30. Yeah, it's okay. What the wrong I have done here, I have put it p plus plus here. When I put it the p plus plus here, that time it will be give the, yeah, 20 itself it will put it, but when the next time it will be print the 30. Okay, just I once I try, but it is a pointer. Okay, we have increased the p plus plus. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's, yeah, it's okay. No problem is there. But if now is 30, if we want to minus p integer, so it will not work because you can't increment or decrement the value of the pointer because it's a constant pointer. So it is not immutable. Just see, you can see it. If minus I have put it, and here we have put it p. Yeah, you can see here is the error is getting because it is a constant pointer, so we not able to change the value of it. When we want to change the value, we have to use the normal array. You can't change the value. Okay, that's it for the this pointer. You were only able to access the value using the pointer, but change is not allowed. Difference between pointer and array, just we can see. So an array is a constant pointer. You see, an array is a constant pointer, while a pointer is a variable that can point a different address. These only point the address, okay, not the value. Value you can just fetch it. So 1, 2, 3 PTR array PTR, okay. Array address and PTR address, both address are same. And array of 0 is 0 and PTR is okay. And PTR plus plus is valid and array plus plus is invalid. So array plus plus you can't say that because you have to place the index of the array. That time you can only put on able to fetch the address. But for the pointer you can increment the value, increment the pointer, and it gives the index value, index position value. But for the array you can't able to do that. Okay, so just we again run the things. Yeah, you can see that array of 0, array of address is both the address is same. And here is the array 0 is equal to 1 and ptr 1 is equal to 1. If we, as like previously we increase the value, so here also we can increase the value using the ptr and will be printed the same. So that's all today, and we will meet again. Thank you for watching.